Yo, what up? This your boy Djtwofifty. We back with
Queen Mecca.
FTS 518. I thought you were going to say it with me.
Sorry. I thought you had this under control.
All right, FTS 518 podcast.
All right,
now you want to say
Start it over.
All right, whatever. Nah, we ain't starting that over.
Start it over.
All right, this is the problem with black podcasts.
No.
Yo, this topic right here is supporting black business. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the negative. We're going to talk about the positive. And we're going to keep it 1,000. Holding back nothing. Mm-hmm. Why should we support black businesses? Why shouldn't we support certain businesses in general?
Well, we should always support black businesses just off the strength that we know that it's a struggle for our people to just, get anything, and just to be able to achieve an establishment and a business is a beautiful thing. However, there have to be standards, that are met with anything that you do, with your time and your money that's spent, your time that's spent and your money that's spent. You want to make sure that no matter what business you frequent, that customer service is up to par, and the place is up to par. And, that's just something that we should demand of anyone.
All right, I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios. And if it happens once, will you support it again or won't you support it again? You take your son to the barbershop. Mm-hmm. The barber tells you to be there at 11 a.m. You wait, and he don't get there till 2 p.m. So you waited 3 hours. Mm-mm. Would you ever come back to that barber?
Nah, time is valuable, and people shouldn't just assume that because you're on the receiving end of their service.
Okay. That
your time isn't valued. That your time isn't valuable, because that's what you're telling me, that as a customer, you don't value my time. You don't know what I had to do within that time frame. Okay. You know what I mean? And so for you to assume that it's okay and then not even call the shop or let me know, let your customer know, you know what I'm saying? We could have rescheduled. There's plenty of things that could have taken place. However, without that communication, that lack of communication, you made me feel like I wasn't a valued customer, so why should I bring my child or myself there? No, it's not worth my time.
So you want to give them a second chance?
Not if you're not a barber that I've been going to for years.
Okay, so you'll excuse it if it's
it's someone that I know that provides good service, and it's not their norm, then absolutely, Okay. However, if that's first impressions are everything. If I'm at your barbershop, this is the first time coming in, and I done scheduled and I had to go through all that.
Yeah.
I won't be coming back. Yeah.
All right. If you ordered a birthday cake on Saturday and they gave you 2 weeks, and basically you put the order in 2 weeks before. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't done by that day at 6 p.m., but it was done at 9 p.m., how would you feel?
And when was the party? The next day?
It was that day. Like they got the cake to you like 3 hours later.
Then that's bad service.
Okay.
See, because when you're setting a time frame, that means that you are giving yourself time to make sure that you have time to prepare and execute what you need to what you need to handle. So if I gave you 2 weeks, and not only that, usually you're paying up front. Mm-hmm. You're paying up front for that service. And so it's not like they're going to make a cake without you paying for it.
Okay.
So now if I gave you my money 2 weeks ago, and we're talking about the day of the party when I'm supposed to pick it up at a certain time, it's not even ready.
Okay.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. That's bad business.
You know what? I'm not going to say the record label, but I ordered vinyl and CDs from an independent record label. Okay. And most orders you expect to get within the first 2 weeks. So I'm like, I don't know if it was stolen. Mm-hmm. So I contacted them, and they was like, oh, we got a small... Y'all took my bread that day.
Right.
So it's one of those things like, y'all should say it's going to take up to a month to receive. By the time the stuff comes, I'm not even going to want it no more.
Yeah.
So I just feel like being prompt, like you said, in a certain time frame, things should be done. I also want to give a shout out to all the clothing brands in the area. Big shout out to my man Leonard Benjamin. Logo. I've been rocking his brand for like 10 years.
Art Money, Ray Frazier, fire. Sis is fire. Everything she puts out is fire.
Oh yeah, she gotta make me something in the 6.
Yo, she's amazing. I need to get like a jean set done and some boots, because she's blessing everybody. I need to get mine.
She gotta make some
before she make, because her name is gonna be on boutiques somewhere. I can see it, because she's talented.
Yeah,
she's talented.
Big shout out to my man Nate from Troy. He actually makes clothes too.
That's what's up, peace.
We know a bunch of independent, now, and the thing too also that we're in quarantine, a lot of people are actually starting businesses from home too because a lot of people lost jobs.
Yeah.
So shout to everybody. Tag yourself in the comments because like I said, if we can, we'll support local businesses if it's financially viable, because sometimes prices be a little crazy.
Yeah, however, my problem with that is that our people got to stop expecting when they see somebody that look like them behind the register or behind that name of being the business owner, expecting a discount or expecting some type of break according regarding their merchandise or whatever service they're giving you. Like, we've got to make sure that when we walk into an establishment of our peoples that's really well put together and ready for us, that when we walk in there, we don't question their service like we don't question anyone else's service. When we walk into their establishments, we go in, we're ready, and we know that we're going to receive a decent service, even if we've never been there before. We don't go in there with that mindset of I know this just is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The one thing I want to say is shout out to Tiff Hollywood. She actually opened up a boutique out in Troy.
Shout out to her. That's dope.
And I go there every couple of weeks when I can. And the thing about it is, doing barbecues for the community. One of the things that I really don't like about certain businesses is that I don't really like a business that I invest into and it's never nothing back.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, not saying that you owe anything, but it's one of those things like Chinese stores. They don't really know you on a first name basis.
Wait, what about all these delis and corner stores that are in every single one of our neighborhoods? However, we never get nothing back. Everything is overpriced. We frequent them and they take advantage of us because now I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't have love for the ox, because I know plenty of ox out here that are decent individuals, you know what I'm saying? However, I'm not gonna take away from the fact that if you walk in a corner store, the same thing that you could get at Dollar Tree for $1, you're paying $4 for. That's price gouging, and you're playing the people because it's a convenience. And so my thing is, like, if you're gonna take advantage because of the convenience, at least give back to the neighborhood.
The one thing I would say about a lot of black businesses that I frequent, like that are friends of mine, I feel like a lot of us do have empathy, where it's like when you know your community better, like this one might not have it, so you might have to like throw them a loaf of bread, knowing that they're not gonna be able to pay it back, or whatever your business is, you'll give them a little leeway because that they might not really have it, where you're giving away things.
But that shouldn't be an expectation.
No, not an expectation.
No, I mean, but people would really take advantage of that. Like, that shouldn't be an expectation. Like, if a brother opened up a grocery store in a food desert, you know what I'm saying? And he sees a family in need and he decides to, bless that family. And, another person who really doesn't need to be blessed but wants to take advantage, tries to get the same situation. It's like, people have to understand that, in order for us to rise as a people, like, we got to have confidence in one another, and we got to be willing to build each other up. Like, that has to be something that we're not afraid to do. You know what I'm saying? We can't be afraid to be like, yo, my sister's beautiful. Yo, my brother's the best. Yo, my brother can handle his business. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be afraid to do those things. And that's the problem. Like, everybody's in so much competition that, we're not able to look and see what people can actually be, not just for you as an individual, but for us as a whole. You know what I mean? So people got to start, looking out a little more.
And stop taking advantage, suckers. Peace.
Word, peace.